What?
Oh, there we go. Now we come. That was a big delay that time. Sorry.
Hello.
That was a huge delay. Hello, everybody.
Very well done. Well played. Well played.
Welcome on, everybody. Welcome on in. Today is our big show of Circus of the Broken Chain. It's been a while since we've had a big show, and today we do what we're not supposed to do in a role-playing game, and that is give narrative control to our cast or performers, but not entirely narrative control.
You're in danger.
I'm still here to throw some spanners into the works, because what's a show without a little bit of chaos? So that's what we're going to have today. But a little bit of chaos. But today, let's introduce everybody. And we'll start with MrLiveProducer.
Hello, I'm MrLiveProducer. I am playing Jake Blazing Fury, your reluctant ringmaster, who's having his show looked at by the former hiring manager. And he's going, stuff happens. And it's like when you get your former boss looking over your work. This is what's going to feel like for him today. Yay, crippling doubt.
Oh. Loki?
It's called pre-traumatic stress disorder, aka anxiety.
But does your anxiety have anxiety? That's the important
Yes.
part.
Yeah, in Azzy's case, yes, absolutely.
When your anxiety can kill you with keys, then probably yes.
Don't be silly. She can kill you with anything, not just keys.
Yeah, why waste a good key?
Yeah.
I'll just blunt it.
So anyway, I'm Loki.
Well said.
I will be playing Twitch, and you probably already know that antifreeze has a very sweet taste to it. It's why you really need to keep it out of the way and locked up so that children and animals don't get attached to it. But did you know that the sweetness was enough that in the 1980s, the entire Austrian wine industry was using it to sweeten their wine?
Mm-hmm.
They poisoned thousands of people to the point where some countries banned all Austrian wine completely.
Mm-hmm.
Fun
Okay.
facts with Fidget.
I think nowadays they make it, they like add something to it so that it doesn't taste good. But yeah, I mean, that was a decent part
we
of the
need
pot of
the
heathers.
more you know.
Did you,
The more you
but Del, did you just say
know.
like they add stuff to Austrian wine to make it not look taste
No,
good?
no, it's antifreeze.
Just checking. Sorry, Austrian wine.
Austrian rhyme.
The
but still.
antifreeze.
I don't drink wine at all. Not even Australian
Yeah.
wine.
Well,
Same
yeah,
with the
because
Nintendo-
like
same
if
with
you
the
had,
Nintendo Switch cartridges, they have that bittering agent.
That's probably the same.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because if you had, antifreeze in a cabinet and the kid, had a sip and they were like, "This is good," then they just drink antifreeze and that is not good.
Yep. And they don't stop because it tastes good.
Yeah.
Well, I learned something new today.
Hey. Hi, I'm Del, and I will be playing Lieriel the Liberated, who does not have antifreeze, maybe, but might have other poisons.
Personality is antifreeze.
No, she's not sweet enough for that. Not even when you're on her good side. She's not sweet enough for that.
Okay. I'll also point out the former HR of the circus, and not that role anymore.
Absolutely
You will
not.
see not that role anymore today, I'm sure. Kay.
Hello, I am Kate Purcell, and I'm playing Uaine, who would probably drink the entire bottle of antifreeze if it tasted good. The tiefling, acrobat, swashbuckler, and just all around very sweet thembo.
Lorian.
Hi, I'm Lorian, and antifreeze is my coffee syrup of choice. Just, you need it in the UK, because otherwise you will freeze to death over here. I'm going to be playing Azzy, the hydrokinetic kobold, who is... Yeah,
I think that
It's
fun
been a
fact
time.
just broke them.
I think it did.
Yes, it did. It did. I do have a joke, though. Lieriel is still the HR manager, but HR now stands for Hateful Retribution.
I love
Love it.
I'm not changing the overlay for a new title. Not while live. But yes, welcome in everybody. We have Syrinscape in the background for audio and for bits and pieces. And we're not a sponsor, but check them out at syrinscape.com. Please sponsor us. Ben, please sponsor us. Like, yeah. I don't know. The intro music, the music was done by Lorian Ross right below us. Send the money.
Yes.
Even if it's not for commissions, but just send money. Listen to their albums on Spotify.
I will be reopening commissions fairly soon.
Ooh.
Because I need to. Basically, I am one track away from fully having written my album. But once I do so, I'm going to need money to pay for art and marketing and mastering and all the good stuff that comes with the release. So, yes, I will be reopening fairly soon.
Totally not a sellout, but need money now. Yeah, we all know the feeling.
I just got a quote. I just got a quote back from the artist, and I'm just like,
we all know that. Yeah. Also, the speaking about art, Hidekiri Chibi did the amazing artwork for this show, all the character art and the overlay art. Go send Hidekiri Chibi art or commissions at bestokecc.com.au. That's Bestoke Character Creations. Character Creations? Yeah, I think Bestoke Character Creations at .com.au. Yeah. And that's about it for the intro stuff. So we open up today. Let's pull that down a little bit. We open up today with the hustle and bustle of the circus on the day of the show. Unless you want to do something before that, but we're opening. No. We open up on the day of the show. It's about mid-morning, and a wagon is brought into the circus area. It's not one of the wagons from that was ordered or anything like that, but you see a bunch of Shoonies on this wagon, and they're calling out. They're calling out for Jake. And
you see Jake is actually in his caravan at the moment, wiping his eyes, going, oh, just trying to get rid of the. Shoonies have really bad eyes because of the fold, so they clean the eyes just to make sure they can see stuff. Not only a narrative way for me to actually clean my eyelids, and comes out of his caravan and waves to the Shoonies and says, "Hello."
Oh, hello. We heard that you were doing a performance today, and as another thank you for saving us on our trip back to our trip back home, we thought we'd come and donate something to your show. And with that, like two of them behind start unraveling the back of the wagons. Like, we thought we'd celebrate with you, or give this for celebrations, and all you can see is barrels and barrels and barrels of ale.
My God.
I thought, as a big thank you, you could, like, after the show tonight, you could have it celebrate for everyone there, and like all your performers and everything.
Well, thank you very much. As Jake sees the, is it a good amount of barrels, or is it an excessive amount of barrels?
Excessive, way too much for the performers, and even the rustabouts, way too much.
Okay, we are still relatively a small circus. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you mind if we actually allow this to be sold, and actually put one of our someone around to
as soon as
sell?
it's off our cart, it is yours to do with whatever you want.
Well, much drinking shall be had, and I thank you very much.
We have our tickets.
Yep. Oh, good. Do you know where you're sitting?
The itchy
In
lot.
seat. Right next to the scratchy lot. Yeah, that's
Yes.
okay. Well,
Scratchy show.
I must go away now. My planet needs me. My circus needs me. Thank you very much, and I would allocate a couple of roustabouts to A, sell beer, and B, move this beer out into a more private area.
Well, if you want some more, I'm sure we can bring some more next time.
Oh, of course. And if you want to bring a couple of people, we can always do a revenue share with the beer. Might get your beer out there a bit more. So you're brewers, is that right?
Oh, it's more of our cousins, but
Okay. All right,
if you want to do a deal, you probably need to speak to them. But
okay.
we've had this in stock for a little bit and thought, oh, as such a big thank you, we wouldn't have even been here without you.
Oh.
You saved us from those was it land sharks? Nasty
Yes.
things.
Oh, those are nasty. Again, thank you very much. We will make sure we put this to good use. Again, thank you. And spends a couple of moments showing them around while the roustabouts deal with the beer. So, yay, we have beer at our show. That's going to be fun.
That's going to be great. Or
I'm very
bad,
excited.
depending on the audience.
So you are going to sell it?
It does certainly
well, we
trigger
can't
things.
drink it all.
Absolutely.
Again,
Certainly try.
I might be skinny, but I'm both tall and Irish.
I might be skinny, but I'm also small and reptilian. I don't know how alcohol would react with cold blood. There's only one way to find out.
People keep shooing me away when I try to drink it.
Okay.
So the decision was made by the ringmaster. Is that correct?
Well, if there's way too much for both circus to drink, and there's going to be leftovers, I might as well sell the leftovers. So he'll keep a couple of barrels in beside, but yes, he will sell the beer because beer is good.
Okay.
And this is going to probably
let's
backfire
change-
in my ass.
Let's change the excitement. Sorry, the anticipation.
It generates an additional 2d6. That's more than 2d6.
4.
Oh, is it like beer but also extra beer?
That's what I've had. That's what I've got in the thing. Yeah.
The temporary upgrade description says 2d6.
But Karsh probably
I
got
think
notes on his book.
I think
Yeah.
Karsh is giving us a special one.
Y'all better hope that you can reach
There's
that
mechanics in this game.
anticipation.
Oh.
So for those watching that haven't seen, there's mechanics in this game. There's a show run sheet, and there's anticipation, which the community are anticipating a show, a big show, an important show. There's a number to that, which was 26. Not a high number.
A very low
The
number, actually.
beer being show as an upgrade to the show brings it up quite a fair bit, now to 40 odd or to 42. Doable, just harder to see. So there we go.
Joy.
Do any of these, or does anyone's trick have the audience trait?
None that I can see in here, no.
Then you get no bonuses.
I
If
don't
it
know.
did, then
No
you would.
bonuses to the beer.
Yeah,
Well, tricks with the audience trait gain a +2 circumstance bonus.
Yeah.
I don't know what my what traits my tricks have. But
Me too.
Your
I don't think any of them have audience, so I don't think we can
So-
pick it yet.
So it's basically you have the two skills that you can choose from.
Right.
You also can choose two traits which can modify your performance.
Mhm.
For example, I have the magic trait, which allows me to add, if I spend a spell slot, I can add the level of that spell slot to my generated excitement.
Okay.
So things like that.
I'll have to find where that list is.
It is. I will tell you exactly where it is because I was just looking at it earlier.
Oh, yay.
Because I was reminding myself, what are the traits? It is putting on under performance tent, life in the circus, putting on a show,
Thank you.
and then you scroll down and there's a list of traits.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, well, that's going to be fun. 46 anticipation. 42.
It's doable. I waited until you made the decision.
Yes, you did, and thank you very much for that. Okay.
So, yeah. So I also do this as well because that was the other reason why there's another 2d6.
Oh, fun. For those who don't know, we got overflowing crowd.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You also have hecklers.
Oh.
I'm sure the beer will help with
Correct.
that.
Do we... Alright.
So, as the night as the afternoon goes to night, is there anything you're preparing for the show? Is there anything you need to do? Anyone you need to speak to?
Azzy's just gonna go up to. So, I've not. Pinting Wheelie is new. He's the little trickster, right?
Yes.
Yeah, here's the little pixie.
Yeah. So Azzy will go up to him and say like, "Hey,
Hey, you.
how's the preparation for the show going? I know it's your first one. I just wanted to check in with you and see how you holding up, what you got planned, and just wanted to talk to you about it. Have you ever performed in front of a crowd before?"
I am a performer. But
I'm not questioning that.
it's like I'm a natural performer. I've always been a performer. Do you think I'm going to be nervous?
No, not at all. But I'm just like
I'm
no, I
more
wanna
nervous for
check in with
that
everyone's-
for those girls that are trying to trap me and put me in a cage.
Who's doing that? What?
Little girls.
Oh, is it the Featherfall 5?
Yeah.
Oh, the singer.
The
Yeah.
youngest two.
I'll have a word with them. Sorry about that. Hey, I was thinking, how would you like to be the opening act?
I'm the big number.
I know, but I think it's
This is a
I had
size
something-
thing.
It's not a size thing at all. It's just, I mean, we threw this just for your first show. It might be nice to have somewhere where you can, not have as much pressure. Maybe, so that you could be the opening act and you could be the one that brings everyone in and wows the crowd and gets them all started. But you have the sort of security of knowing that there are people who are coming after you as well.
That if I
I'm gonna be. I'm sorry. I've not been honest. I've come up with something, and I really want to do it for the big number.
so what's in it for me?
What do you want? I'll go. What can I offer you? I'm not sure what do you. I can catch you some fresh. I can take you out for fishing for a day if you like.
Fishing's
got some
boring.
downtime?
Like you can't taunt
Well,
fish.
up for debate.
You
but,
can't taunt fish.
You do.
Spiders,
That's how
on
you
the other
catch them.
hand.
You taunt them with your lures, and that's how you get them.
But are you saying I'm going to be the fly? I'm going to be the lure.
No, I would never insinuate that. That is not what I meant. And if how about just an IOU? How about just I owe you one, and then you can call on me to help you with something, and I have to go along with it.
I can have fun with this.
Please, I really want to do the big number. I've come up with something really, really, I'm really proud of this one.
In writing, just in case.
Okay.
Anything.
I will add some clauses about what I am not willing to do.
Oh, I might add some clauses too then. Of like not
nothing
turning
violent,
up into your big
nothing
act,
sexual,
into your big number.
Nothing that would endanger my life.
You see a frown on that one.
Well, here's the thing. Like endanger, I'm pretty strong. So endanger my life is like it would take a lot to endanger my life. So there's still a lot of leeway.
How do you feel about spiders?
Spiders, I don't much care for them. You know, we had why.
What about bears?
Bears? The thing with bears, I liked Blueberry. Other bears, they have no. It feels wrong that they're that cute but that dangerous. Like they should not be allowed to have like ears like they do when you can't go up and pet them.
I can relate.
I was gonna say just like Fidget.
How would you feel about petting a bear?
A wild one?
Why would you want to pet a friendly bear? It's more fun when they're wild.
You would have me pet a wild bear?
Actually, a bear's a bit too small for it. I'll figure something out.
Sure, I'm quite small. Bears is much bigger than me. You would know. You're small as well.
You know what?
Listen, we're coming up to a show. I don't want to distract you too much with thinking about this. How about you just get back to me about it later?
I heard that there's golems about.
Golems?
The statues. I heard a rumor that statues are moving again at one of the old temples. That might be nice to pet.
And you'd have me pet a statue.
Tempting, right? Big number.
I mean, sure.
All the lights on you.
I could.
Meanwhile, I'm just the opener. I'm forgettable.
Here's the thing. You're not forgettable. Not at all. But it's your first show.
But if you're the big number, you won't be forgotten.
You want to be able to build up to bigger and bigger numbers. You don't want to start off with a big number, and then for the rest of the shows going on forward at different locations, it's just not going to live up to that. You want to start small for your first show, and then build up to the big number. You know what I mean?
Actually, finale is the next one. Big numbers.
That's what I mean. I'll be forgotten. You're the one that's going to be in the big number. So you.
Here's the thing. You're trying to guilt trip me, and it's not going to work. Because I know that you're a tricky one.
Oh, how dare you!
You don't say that to the fair folk.
How dare you accuse me of exactly what I am?
I can just imagine Fidget and Uaine just walking by, hearing this, and just commenting as they walk past.
In writing.
Anyway.
And you can have the big number.
Appreciate that. Thank you. I need to go get ready. Good luck. You got this.
Now I need to change my entire show.
That is not true.
Wow.
I don't believe that. But I'm
going to warm up the crowd, and he just starts bitching and starts moaning. But then as you're walking off, you see two girls hiding behind one of the chair wheels underneath one of the wagons, and they're just looking at him, and they've got a small little net in their hands.
Does Azzy notice this?
That's what Azzy notices as he walks off.
I'm gonna just conjure up a gust of wind to like pull the net from their hands and just send it flying away, but trying to make it like inconspicuous, like it's just a random gust of wind. It's like
They squeal, "It's onto us!" and they start running.
I was trying to be subtle. Fine.
And then not you being onto us, but like the Fae being onto them.
Ah.
Let me at him.
Well,
And the
I
girls are
have
at the
no
fair.
idea what I've gotten myself into. I'm probably in danger. Let's move on.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
I mean, Pin was the person that was
It's taunting the spiders.
taunting the giant spider, the humongous, huge spider, for hours when you came across him. So, I mean, you don't know what you've gotten yourself into, that's for sure.
Mhm.
And you did say
Yeah,
that
it's
you're
fun.
capable.
Yeah. By the way, whoever's moving things around, could I change that performance to spell?
I just
plus
moved those
18?
around. Yeah, okay. Performance to 18, is that right?
Performance, it would be like spellcasting plus 18.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Is there anything else, any other pre-show jitters? changes?
Jake will probably be going around checking the equipment, making sure nothing is broken, or doing final check-ins on the rest of the performance to make sure they've got everything they need. There's nothing that they need from me if there's any last-minute changes. Making sure that no one's sick.
You're making sure everyone's okay and to perform.
Yeah, okay, making sure the gear's okay. We've had many experiences with problematic gear, so making sure that tent's fine, making sure there's no... Just making sure everything is okay for first show in your location.
Okay.
Checking
so you
light.
don't find any...
Mhm.
No one's sick. And can I get a perception or circus? Social if you don't have circus.
I do have Circus. I'm one of the ones that
for-
does,
for
but my
checking
perception
equipment.
is better. You know what? I'm feeling risky. Let's do Circus. On a 30.
On a 30? On a 30, you don't see anything out of... Like, you don't see anything that's broken or anything along those lines. So nothing seems to be in danger.
Everything's where it should be.
Yeah.
And no one's sick. No one's come up to me with any changes they want to make.
I don't know, Lorian, have they?
No,
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Have you told the ringmaster what you're doing?
Oh, no, absolutely. Absolutely, I would. I would have, yeah, for sure.
That could have been fun.
I think that would have been so funny.
Henceforth, I was like, so Jake would run across Azzy and say, "You got everything? You're all good."
Absolutely. Just letting you know quickly before, Pin and I have swapped positions. So he's the opener and I'm the big number.
Okay.
I beelined it straight to you after I agreed it with him to make sure you were aware.
Yay! And goes in his hat, takes off the hat, goes into his little note cards, and just you see them fully scribbled out with red, going with proper pronunciations, all that stuff. It's like so. If you see Uaine is like you _ then yeah. Yeah, I'm leaning on my production experience at my work way too much here. Literally, this is the crap I do during my job, and makes the slight adjustments and goes, okay, well, hopefully this could work. Okay, if I change this around, if I say this, all right, this should work. Okay, anything else you need, or you're all good? Do you know which ring of the big number you want to be in? Center, left, right?
Well, big number is
2.
solo, so it's
No.
1.
Yeah.
Big
solo.
number? Oh, for some reason I was thinking big
Build-up
number
is
was
2,
just
finale
1.
is 3, big number's 1.
I'm so new to this. And then runs away, just not freaking out, but just going, I should know this. Takes a minute, takes a cleansing breath, and just and then continues on. So
Okey-dokey.
I spot nothing else. There's nothing Circus Hall. There's nothing out of place. No one's sick. Okay. Unless I do run across the little kids that we picked up earlier?
If you wish to, yes. They're about the they're always running around like trying to get people's attention, it seems, but everyone's so busy that like they're unsuccessful, but they're so excited that there's going to be a big show and that they get to see it at least from behind, if not from the front.
Oh, if when you saw them, they would put them to work. If they were trying to distract people, and you'd be like, all right, here's I've got a very special job for you. This is a magic brush, and I need you to take it, and I need you to wipe down every seat and every bleacher.
Really?
It's very important. Look, I've got to practice, but I'll do it. I told you it's not all glamorous. But you'll be doing your part. You'll be earning your keep. You'll get to see the big show. You'll get to
seat.
every seat. We can't have dirty butts here now, can we? What kind of circus would we be if everyone left with dirty butts?
Funny circus.
It's only funny when it doesn't happen to you.
Exactly.
If you're the circus customer
Happens to
and it
them.
happens to you, then you start demanding refunds and you don't come back and you talk poorly of it. And then we don't get paid. And then there's no more circus.
I heard once that like the customer is never right.
A customer is never right, but they think they're right, and you have to let them think that they're right while also doing the thing that will actually keep the circus in business.
I'm pretty sure that's what was it? The dove handler, Axel. He said something about the customer is never right.
He's not wrong, but you have to let the customer think that they're right. It's show business.
And at that point, Jack will probably walk by and just interject. The customer is always right in matters of taste. So you can't tell them that they look absolutely stupid wearing that shirt, but the customer is usually wrong about production stuff. Anyway, you all good, Uaine? You don't need anything? You're all good?
You see, like, now that they're not like actively engaging with the kids, like they're like, I'm fine. I'm gonna go practice.
Okay, you've got this. I believe in you. And I'll actually spend a few minutes talking to the kids, going, okay, so how are you doing?
Trying to get out of manual labor.
You know
Are
what?
we supposed to scrub down? Is this really magic?
It is if you think it is. You have to believe.
Is this a religious thing?
No, it's more of a confidence trick thing.
So they were lying to us.
Not lying. It is an important job. And yes, we have bleachers, and they do get dusty when they're in storage for a while. So they do need to be cleaned.
So we have to clean all the bleachers.
At the moment, no, I think we got some of the rustabouts doing that. Now, you said you can sing, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
And at the moment, you can see Jake's brain thinking, because there's been this Act 2 build-up empty space in his run card for a while. And he's trying to think of, well, with Pin moving to Act 1 opener and Azzy going to big number, Jake thinks he wants something to calm down the audience a little first. Because with Pin being there, he's going to think, Pin's probably going to get the crowd really riled up. So we need to calm the audience down before we come up with the big number. So that's why I got confused, because it's the big number build-up. The build-up was with Finn, so I think someone a bit more not as outgoing as what Pin is. So calm down the audience a little bit to bring them up for the rest of the number. So it's like not a commercial break. Don't say that. But
So you want us to bore people?
no. You don't want to. I'm going to just regret saying this. Blow your load from the entire crowd. You don't want to build up. You have to have breaks for people, because some people might not like all the action.
The oldest understands and
You don't need to
blushes.
build up in the act called the build up.
The oldest understands and blushes. The other two do not.
I am being horrible today. I love it. Okay, so
Again,
do you
still, children?
children? Yes.
Mhm.
So do you have something that you can change into quickly to act as a circus costume?
I mean, we can. We've got like we used to sing in choir, so we had some religious stuff. We can.
Okay. So what we're going to do now? This could be. You can advertise this if you want, tell other people, but they won't. I think they won't believe you until you're actually up there. So what we're going to keep the secret, and then we're going to bring you out after Pin's act, which is Act 1. Okay.
Okay.
You need anything from me to make sure that you've got this fine?
You get paid?
Of course.
The oldest one. Do we get some of that beer? Well, not for them, but
I could turn my back and I don't see anything.
yeah, but I think we'll see.
The amount of beer that I'll probably drink tonight will probably mean that my perception will not be the best.
Do you drink on the job?
No, after the job. You don't drink on the job. If I catch you drinking on the job, you're out to hear in your ear.
Or on your dirty butts?
When someone doesn't clean the bleachers.
That's not us tonight.
Yes, no. Especially for a fire dweller or a fire breather, you don't want to drink non-alcohol of that kind of nature, because that will throw off the chemical balance.
Yeah, that just sounds confusing.
Welcome to my job.
Then?
No, I'm not a good
We
singer.
can teach you.
Maybe later. You never know when good some skills like that come in handy.
They're mostly prayers anyway, but we could teach you.
To which god do you pray to? Don't mind me asking again. I'm horrible at my memory.
Isn't there only one god? I'm kidding.
I was about to say that was a very poorly educated kids.
Yeah, I learned singing, not really. No, not anyway. Moving on.
She's not exactly the jealous type either.
Okay. How about everything else? Nothing else that requires my attention, or no one else is wanting scenes for the thing?
Is there any other scenes that people like? Anybody?
Lieriel's just lurking in the background, watching things. Not causing any trouble yet.
Mm-hmm. So you're lurking in the background.
Don't like that yet.
You have just someone in your head going, so new attitude.
Oh,
Then you feel a presence next to you. And that
been some
grumble.
time, hasn't it?
I heard you're back in town. As you know, I've kind of settled in and working on some acts, but you're not performing, I see.
Oh no.
But you're letting everything go to Jake? That's unlike you. I'm assuming that our old pact survives. I don't mess with you, you don't mess with me.
Worked for us before, didn't it?
Well, good luck with tonight. I'll be around, but I working on an act, but it's still got a while to work with. Axel wants to up his game with a disappearing act.
I have to say, I really didn't expect you to join that.
And you can only hunt in one location for, well, you travel, we travel, and I might find myself a pack to run off with at some point, but at the moment it serves my purposes. Like it might be serving yours.
That's yet to be seen.
With that, you see the footprints in the dirt, the large footprints in the dirt, just move off, and the flap move as he passes through, still invisible.
Soft place in my heart, but a little worried he's gonna eat some people and cause us trouble.
I mean,
They
But
can
you know,
eat bad people.
hey,
It's like we don't have a murder forest
it
at the
was
moment.
heavily implied that he was going to eat some people.
Not just eat some people, also cause trouble.
And, well, I mean, one does the other. I'm concerned that if everywhere we go he starts eating people, people might be like, sus.
Oh, we know we're sus.
Lieriel doesn't care about that, but, you know.
Okay, so that means that we have them in there now. Okay. Now give me a moment to put that information into build-up information, and I'll be ready to go.
oh, you mean this? Oh, look, done.
Ah, thank you. It's
Done.
not like we had that planned or anything.
No, never. So, I'll show you the map. I'll do a quick show and tell on the map of what things are for our audience, because we do have a map that we kind of work on, but it's not what you would expect. It is a show run sheet, essentially. Oops, that one. There you go. So there's a show run sheet of pretty much the show itself. That's what we're working on. And there's things there which are spoilers. So, the evening, the afternoon goes to early evening. The crowd is much bigger than you expected, to an overflowing amount. People enjoying the alcohol.
Of course.
And it's getting people into a big mood. There's a lot of anticipation, far more anticipation than you expected. The night is yours.
You can see at the moment Jake is pacing back and forth in the back of the tent. Again, nervous jitters about everything. It's been a while since the last major show that they've worked on, so he's just taking a few moments, breathing. He's still 100% at the top of his game. He still looks strained. He doesn't look as full of colour as what a shooting could be. And make sure that everyone's in their places, and unless there's anything else going on, he's going to walk out into the crowd. Unless you got anything else, Del? No one else is...
Lieriel's
I'm
up in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
So,
ready for the act.
I am just going to roll a 1d8 really quick. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know.
Means totally
And,
nothing, but yes.
Uaine is peeking and just watching the crowd. It's way bigger than they're used to, but they are just been a long time there's been in a performance, but they know crowds. They've performed, so they're just watching for anything that stands out about this crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching as the act begins.
Okay, then you would probably see the clowns just running around, getting everyone their seats, and then the lights go down, then the single spotlight comes on, and Jake walks out into the light and goes, hello, everybody of Carrick. Thank you for coming to the Circus of the Broken Chain. The first time that we've been outside of our little where we were before, and we are here now. A couple of pieces of housekeeping, toilets, and everything else. Yeah, everything. Just goes through the basic rules. You can tell he's a little nervous.
Get on with the show.
We will. You all good? And then the spotlights actually come down. The person says that.
I resist the urge to start booing.
Oh, if you want us to go on the show, how about first act we got tonight is the illustrious. I closed down that person. There we go. The illustrious Master of the Skies. He was as we were going to the tower to see what was going on. We ran across this person who was actually tormenting some spiders. He was, and you'll be astounded after the show.
Goodness.
Covers Fidget's ears.
And then just brings out. I introduced to you, Pin Ting Willie, and you see Pin just comes out. And am I taking narrative control of the NPCs or someone else?
I might have to.
You might have to.
Thanks for dumping at least 3 on me. 4.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That we haven't had perform before, so thank you.
You're welcome.
So the spotlight is shone into the center arena to nothingness, and then suddenly suddenly a burst of sparkles burst from nowhere, and then this tiny little fey creature is there shown in the spotlight. Everyone boom goes, welcome to the Circus of the Broken Chain, and the opening act, which is me, Kin Twin Wiggly, the master of disguise. And there's applause for effect. No, not disguise, the skies. What were you thinking? Anyway, let's get down to attack. And you see Pin just grow that little bit in the spotlight from his tiniest little form, which is barely perceivable, to something far greater. And he starts floating down to the audience like, oh, look at you. Are you here on a date? And he starts interacting with the audience like, are you on here with a date? Oh, is this your love of your life? And he's just interacting with the couples like who seem to be on a date. It's like, would you like this to go? Would you like some magical fairy dust to help you for the night's performance? Help you on your date? And start sprinkling pixie dust on them.
Pixie dust, one of the lesser known aphrodisiacs.
Which has that effect.
Dust lasts for 4 hours, please see a doctor.
And he starts going and interacting with the audience, and pulls out some younger audience members from the crowd. He's like, come on out. I've got an act just for you. Can you juggle? And the kid's like, no. It's like, well, perfect, because neither can I. And so he gets them to in the center arena, and he uncovers the dirt in the center arena, and there's some juggling rings there. It's like, so what I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to get you to throw those up into the air, and I will fly through each of those rings, because I am, again, the master of the skies. So no juggling needed. You don't have to catch them. Just throw them up as high as you can. And he starts with a few practice rounds, starts with a few practice throws, and the kids are okay with throwing them. One of them does get stuck on the invisible net, which you don't even see is up there, but he knows it's there. And so he gets the kids to throw them up, and he starts going through them. So we're going to do a acrobatics roll. I don't. Where's this shit?
He doesn't have a sheet. He's
I do have a sheet.
Plus 18.
Okay, plus 18.
I do have a sheet. 24.
Okay, so
24.
that is really bad for him. He's failed a trick DC.
Failure.
So he does hit a couple of rings as he goes through other performance. But he passes off and he throws off a little bit. He also starts sprinkling some pixie dust around and creates sparkles and different shapes in his performance over the crowd itself. And that's, I'm going to do a performance. 26, just making it.
Okay,
So the crowd with the pixie dust are enthralled because that's what it can do. Because pixie dust, again, has different things. And so they do applaud, they clap, and they love him. And he gives the two children, audience participation.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 3 for the first one, so that's 2 passes.
Well, it has to have the trait.
He's audience participation. It's a pass.
Does it have the audience trait?
That's for the whole description of what he was doing.
No, like as
Just
As a
like-
trait. So he has.
It's fine.
he has the aerial, magical, and agile traits.
Yes.
He does not have audience participate. He doesn't have audience as a trait. Mechanically,
Okay.
he does not get that bonus.
As much as I'd
Are you
love
sure
it,
you
but no.
didn't want to take over the running of the show?
I mean, this is
I'm not
Dell
gonna-
saying it,
I know.
and I am keeping track of things,
Yeah.
but you know.
They're helping you.
Oh no, not on this. Just to
Oh.
double check.
Okay. So,
just to make sure the GM is not giving us any
Right.
benefits.
sure, yep.
Yeah.
Lieriel can't see you succeed without her. That'll hurt.
Oh.
Okay. So he does pass one, fails another, and that's the first act over and done with.
Okay, so 10. Joy! And at that point, Jake would probably walk out and just. Oh, sorry. I need to move those around. Sorry, moving stuff on my sheet. So, Jake would walk out and say, "Thank you, Mr. Penn. Thank you, Pin, for your wonderful Master of Disguise or Master of Disguise." And actually puts the emphasis on the skies instead of disguise. And there's a cat that walks around.
That's the heckler.
Yeah, sorry.
Literal cat calls. Literal cat calls.
War just got her food, and so she knows that my roommate's cat also got food, except she's not allowed out of my room to go get that food. So that's what happens. I'll mute myself.
No, it's fine. It's just like there's a cat.
Perfect timing. Oh, it is.
Yes. And so Jake then introduced, and now with our illustrious Mr. Pin. Why do I say Mr.? I haven't checked that yet. Pin Ting Willie's lovely act. We come on to someone you might actually know. They've been around for a while, but here at the circus we believe in second chances. Because we have Circus of Broken Chain, there is a lot of stuff that has happened to us and for us. And when we see people that need help, we'll help where we can. So I introduce to you not only the illustrious Fireproof Finn, all the way from, well, I want to say Escadar. No, was it Escadar the last city we were in? I'm having a mental break. Oops, I can't remember. Anyway.
From the crowd. From where? Finish your sentences.
I'm working on it.
That's not Lieriel. That's not Lieriel. I'm just acting as other hecklers.
I know I'm horrible, but I'm here. You're there. Do you want to try up here? Again, the light goes onto there and see if they can
I
Actually,
think
this-
that the heckler should absolutely take him up on that.
Oh God, you never feed the hecklers.
Waiting for Karsh.
There's no response. You can't,
Thoughts?
you've got an overflowing crowd. You can't pick exactly where the heckless is coming from. I will say that.
Fair enough.
Unless you have security going through the crowd.
No, we don't have anyone as security at the moment.
You've got an extra heckler.
Yeah.
So the
Hey, you
spotlight
know what?
lands on some random person halfway through eating
Yeah.
something.
Sniffing the pixie dust.
Oh my god, not too late for this one, but we should totally have like those like baseball game things, which is just like celebrity lookalikes, but instead it's just like deity lookalikes.
As long as it's not Desna.
Okay. Then Jake brings out the Siren of the Spheres and Fireproof Fin for your enjoyment and your pleasure.
Right, there's two of them.
Yeah, build up.
Build up.
Oh, okay, it is, yes. And I'm going to do them both.
But does someone else want to take narrative control? Maybe.
Yeah,
Which ones?
well, I think Karsh does the Sirens because they're new. But if someone else wants to take Fireproof. No, it's good.
So
We have not organized this properly.
we have not.
Are you volunteering, Lorian, or are you
So,
suggesting that someone else volunteer?
I mean, I'm about to do my big number, so.
So the lights go out, and as the lights go out, when you introduce, the lights pop up into three different rings. One for each of the rings, one for each of the sirens. And you hear this low, piercing voice starting very quietly, and the crowd starts quietening down so they can hear it in anticipation.
Thank you.
And then you hear the voices coming from all three. The youngest is in the center ring, and the two older are in the outside rings. And they start moving towards each other as they sing these haunting, beautiful tunes, which you might know are prayers to Desna. And so I will have to do 2 rolls, but I would have to do D20 for the first one.
Help them, God.
9 plus 18.
Would be 20.
Well, 20, yeah. So as the performance goes on, you then see from behind them fire lights up from Flynn. And you see not just the fire light up, but a ring of fire surrounding them. And the lights go off, but they're lit by the fires by Flynn. So we're going to do another one for Flynn with his intimidation, with his fires, because I've got that to do. Which 11 plus whatever that roll is, plus 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the fires get bigger and bigger as they keep singing, and I'm going to replay that song. They move into a more of a melody of different songs and different hymns and tunes from Desna, the god of
The elvish god of freedom and luck.
cool, because I have totally
Space.
forgotten.
And songs.
Space.
Performance.
And spice.
What?
The one place not corrupted by capitalism.
That's my god.
So they go into a medley of religious songs and hymns, with Flynn starting to juggle and perform with them, and he finishes off with a massive fireball, like a fire breath, from as they climax the songs.
Oh. Also, I'm just having a look. Also, in a polyamorous relationship with Serenray and Shaylin,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
we stan.
Desna's the best.
Yes, that's pretty awesome.
Okay, so religion roll.
The religion was the
Hey,
11.
You don't have to use
11.
all of your checks if you don't want to.
Religion's the higher.
So that's 31.
It succeeded either way.
Yeah.
And didn't
Actually, no,
critically
that's a
succeed
crit.
either way.
That's
No,
not
no, it's not.
27.
No, it's not.
No,
You're-
they're
Also not calculating things correctly.
really.
the last 15 is 15 plus 16 to 31 as well.
Okay, if you
Well,
can update those
so-
numbers.
Close enough. Done. All passed.
You didn't
It's
roll
got
4
two.
times,
I did.
did you?
Yep.
Oh,
I'm
I
on
only-
Okay. So we got a 9 plus 18 is 27.
yeah. Which is
I'm
written
set
in
to
as
GM,
29 for some reason.
Yeah, so check that. Then 11 plus 20. And then
31.
11
And that was
plus
the
16,
religion?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and
I didn't
11
hear you.
and
Okay.
16. So they're there. They're right. They're good. They all passed somehow.
hmm
The GM rolling success. And now I can stop it having to work because now the third act. Oh, wait, no, I have to work. No, I don't. Yay.
And Jake, yeah,
So they both got 2 successes. So 4
2 successes
successes
each.
overall for that?
Yep.
Okay. It's just weird because they're both 27-31. Wanted to double check
Yeah.
that. Okay.
dice. Don't you love it?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That's right. That's right. Jake nods to the little kids and does a fist bump to the fireproof Finn and probably gets his little paw gets a little scorched. Because why not? Because he's all fur and he gets and comes back out to the crowd.
Fireproof
Hmm?
Flynn is the. No, I'm thinking of someone else. Sorry, I'm getting my.
Flynn is
NPCs mixed up.
the
Was the kid the tiefling who kept getting set on fire by dustlight because he's got fire resistance.
Only I think Jojire and Lieriel actually saw him before the circus killed Dusklight.
I don't know about that. I have to check that. Anyway, and at this point, Jake comes out to the crowd, arms out, and that was the Siren of Spears and Fireproof Finn. An act you probably would never have seen if you never come here.
The crowd are now booing each time you come out.
Thank you, thank you. Your vocalness at my presence brings a soft tear to my heart. But what's going to wipe away those tears, you might ask? But Azzy, the hyperkinetic kobold, and motions for Azzy to come out.
Backstage is just like getting ready. Okay. We on stage is what appears to be a sort of a dive, like almost like a plinth set up quite high off the top of the stage. And as he walks up on, it's almost like a diving board. And as he walks up, without a shirt on, he's just got his he's just got his shorts on. In fact, as he goes up, he takes off his shirt and leaves it to the side. And he walks up to the
Put
front.
it back on!
And he turns around, facing his back to the audience, and on the spotlight revealed 2 ragged scars down the back. And then he throws his arms out, and suddenly 2 wings made of water erupt from his shoulder blades and flap, and he falls backwards as if to hit the ground. But before he hits the ground, a hidden trapeze wire catches him, and he takes off and flies around and around. And now I'm going to do an acrobatics check.
Roll with the -1s as you are actively being heckled.
Okay. So this is going to be
So,
plus.
but
Ooh, I'm going to spend a hero point.
You can't do that during shows.
Can't do that during shows.
No.
Not the big shows.
Since the start, we've said, yeah, not during shows.
Okay.
These are. So you describe how you fail,
All right.
and you are actively being heckled.
As he's flying and flying around and flying around, he is being. Actually, would Lieriel like to heckle?
Oh.
No, Lieriel's not that much of a bitch.
Aww.
I think.
Unless you really... unless he, like, catches her and she's just kind of looking unimpressed. But...
Yeah, I think what happens is he hears, like, a heckle from the crowd. And then he looks up and sees you looking unimpressed. And he falters, and the wings just vanish and shower the audience with water. And he and as he does that, he sort of like stumbles a bit, and the rope snaps, and he falls to the stage. And can I make a reflex saving throw? Not part of the trick, just to see how well I recover.
That's up to you. For you can. Yeah.
I'm gonna put the same DC, 26. Okay. What Azzy will do is he will channel magic that he had stored in his spear, and I will cast Dive and Breach, which is a new spell from Rage of Elements, and he will vanish. He's about to hit into the stage, but instead there is a splash, as if he just vanished into water, and he vanishes. And then right there, back up again, as if there was an invisible body of water that he just splashes into and then comes back out of. And this time he, midair, is going to cast, with his new ability from the tower, Control Water, 5th level spell, to like raise like a body of water into the up, so there's like a pillar of water on the stage, and he's going to like dive into it and then back out, and then the second part of his act, dive in and back out ever more so. Every time he's reaching higher but falling back into the water, reaching higher and falling back into the water, reaching higher and higher, almost like he's going to grab the sky itself, but then falls back again. The water disappears, and one more time he's going to cast Dive and Breach to splash back into the stage, but then he's going to reappear backstage, and his act is over. And
did you cast your spellcasting?
Yes, I will do that again. I'm just going to roll Elemental Blast for the...
Yep.
Oh my god.
Lieriel does lean over and just go, that was a little depressing, wasn't it? To whoever's sitting next to her.
Can send in the crowd.
Just for the roll.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what would Sending the Clouds do again, because I don't have that sheet up at the moment. Put it on the show.
Team is...
I think
it's been that long.
Yeah. With that final fail, the final spell fails, and he actually just, with a mighty crack, hits the stage. And he quickly gets up, clutching his head, looks around, and there's like a moment where he looks at his hand and it's slightly red, and he just sort of scurries off stage.
Oh, Penn is never going to let you live that down.
And as soon as he's backstage, he just, anyone else who's backstage, he just bursts into tears and just goes off to the tents.
Oh, that was so cool though. If the rolls weren't such shit.
New tricks are hard.
New tricks are hard, yeah.
New tricks are hard.
I imagine he was, at least knowing what I do about Azzy, he was probably doing that kind of on the DL too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Wasn't-
can anyone
wasn't-
find out what
wasn't
Sending
like-
the Clouds does again? Because I'm trying to figure it out.
Thinning the what?
Basically,
Sending the
failure and
clouds.
success.
Clowns.
Clouds. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Oh, that was a
Failed or
critical
critically
fail
failed.
for that last one. Both were critical failures, actually.
wait, no, they
Was
weren't.
it failed
No,
or trigger?
first one
No,
was
No,
not.
no,
Yeah,
no. Sorry, what am I talking
You
about?
got a 23 and a 21.
I'm
Yeah.
dumb. No, ignore me. They're
All
both
right.
failures.
So
Send in the clouds turns one failure into a success.
okay, and we can do that once per act. So at
Once per show, I believe.
no,
No,
Did it
it's
show?
once per act. It's once per
Once per
act.
Correct? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
we came across that problem on our first show. So
So are you sending in the clowns?
I'm sending the clowns to. So bit
That'll
of retconning
certainly
if-
make Azzy feel better.
a bit of
He's
retconning
already-
there, as he wants me to do it,
Okay.
is at the
As-
fail.
It's out of Azzy's control. If you want to do
Yeah,
that,
it
he
is.
Mhm.
crashes the stage, runs away. And if you want to try and recover anything, that's on you.
It's more like the clowns will have a little ambulance and comes out, picks you up, puts you on a little stretcher, and
none
No,
of that.
Azzy's
None of that.
gone.
yeah,
I'm
as he's
gone.
gone.
You
Like,
can send
he-
out
that-
clowns, but they're
The
not
clowns are
like
like
they're.
looking for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The clowns will be there to like just do a silly thing and distract from what
The clowns will
is
do a silly thing to distract from the potential life-threatening thing to happen to Azzy to try to bring the audience back up. So for that second one, I'll send in the clowns.
So the clowns go in with a little ambulance and with little stretchers, and with the stretchers to try to. They look around and like, oh, they go and get to one of the audience members, and then put them onto the stretcher, and then they do the whole thing off, and take them off, and of course the audience member gets something quite like nice in backstage, and then they get escorted to the front, but.
Yeah.
As a distraction of what's going on. So it turns more into a comedy moment of yes, you failed, but the fail was part of the act type situation.
If that makes it a success,
Turns
Yes.
into a
can
success.
I use my magic trait?
It
Well,
was listed. The trick itself failed, but we turned the trick for the audience from a fail to success.
If the performer succeeds or critically succeeds, the trick generates additional excitement equal to the spell's level. Spell
But you
slot's
didn't.
level, technically.
You failed.
Yeah, okay.
We're
That's why I'm asking if the
Yeah.
clowns.
Yeah.
But
No.
if you can't do that because clowns, then never mind.
I think it's because it was a failure where we're using the clowns to just push it across. But yeah. So we're moving through the acts and the shows. While that is going on, though, who's not on stage?
Backstage.
So where's Lieriel?
In the
You're
crowd.
You're in the crowd.
And
Okay.
yeah, she's in the stands. She's not like in the far back. She's probably like if there are a couple tiers, she's in the back of the first tier.
Okay.
And she's kind of she's on an aisle, so she can like get away easily, kind of do her thing. But she's just kind of chilling there.
Okay. Where's Uaine?
I'm backstage watching,
Backstage? Where's
just
where's
behind the
Fidget?
curtains watching everything.
Nowhere to be seen, but there is a very large box between her two sisters.
There's no better way I think anyone could have ever said that.
So, without knowing where Fidget is, I'm going to ask for a perception from Lieriel and Uaine.
I love making perception checks. I'm really good at them.
Okay.
I feel like I should be better
A
at
lot of
them.
it's determined on where you are. That's the whole thing.
I should be better at
Okay.
that.
That's a 30.
So these can be like re-rolled if you wanted to use your hero rolls, but
Nah, it's okay.
no? Okay. So Uaine, you as you're watching the act and you're backstage, you hear something quiet outside in the performers area, like in the performance campsite outside. Like it's almost like, oh yes.
That doesn't. How close am I to going on stage?
I mean, your
Seconds.
trick 7.
Yeah.
But
Like,
the tricks
part of-
5, 6, and 7 happen at the same time.
Right.
You're
That's
one
why I'm like-
away.
I think Uaine is. So I think they would try to flag down someone.
Are you flagging down?
Whoever's backstage. Like, I'm about to go. There's something. Could someone. Like, they have been, like. They look nervous. Incredibly nervous. They're like white. They have gone semi-transparent with nerves. So just like, oh, someone. There's.
So you flag down a goblin.
There's something suspicious is going on back. I heard it. Could you just check for me? I'm about to go on stage. I can't explain. I really need you to do this for me, please.
You want me to investigate backstage? It's not really part of my job, but
I know it's not, but we're Circus. We're working together, and there's going to be beer later.
I don't really drink.
I don't. I'll do you a tarot card reading. Don't you want to know your future?
Gods know their own futures.
I love Calcac.
And you see the goblin's grin extend far further than his mouth. And goblins have very large, wide mouths, but this
Yeah.
is cut even further. And
Yeah,
there's extra sharp teeth there.
Look,
And he just grins.
I'm worried that someone's in trouble.
Oh, they will be. And he just turns and walks off. And you see as he walks off, he disappears. And can I get you to know another
Hey,
perception check?
Am I going to regret this? That's 26.
Yeah, as he disappears, you see the footprints in the sand turn from booted feet to large clawed feet, very large clawed feet.
Uaine goes
As
positive
a
green. Is like, nope, can't think about that right now. Nope.
Tried to solve a problem, made it worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like having flashbacks, just like, nope. Okay, nope. Focus.
Oh,
I'm assuming I don't hear anything with a 25.
we'll start the next act first.
Okay. That does not bode well for us, folks.
Especially because your blaster caster is inconsolable in the tents.
Right?
Yeah.
Did I
And-
just sick a giant wolf on someone? A giant
Yes.
invisible wolf?
I think
Oh,
we'll take
dear.
a break here.
Oh,
That's all.
Good timing.
I mean, he's not really a wolf.
I mean, I just saw paw prints.
He's a wolf.
Oh,
He's a god.
And I have trauma. I have circus
He's a
trauma.
goblin.
I mean, when I say large paw prints, like this is bigger
Like
than
it's-
dire wolf's paw print.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not okay. It's
Yeah.
very not all right for me.
Yeah. So like not like large wolf or even dire wolf, like even bigger.
Yeah, no. Like I said, they go from transparent to green.
Yeah. So we'll take a break before the finale and finding out what that was. I mean, gee, if only we had security.
Hey, I said I was there if like violence broke out.
Yeah.
I will shut down violence with violence.
We'll see. We'll go on a break first. Stick around, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. And see you soon. There we go. We're starting to come in. It's taking longer and longer, but we're good.
Hello.
Hello.
So, we have something going on outside of the tent. There's
It's now
something going
programming
on
snacky cakes.
inside of the tent. You could have went out and investigated.
I'm not going to miss my
They have an
act.
They have an act.
The show must go on. I
No,
thought for a
that
thought
must
it was a
be-
harmless goblin, and then I saw who it was, and that was just not all right. Also,
The show must go on was the first chapter of the.
Mm.
Anyway, I digress, and I hand over to our ringmaster to announce the final.
Okay. And as you witnessed Azzy, the hydrokinetic kineticist, now we take it back a little bit. We go to the majestic Miss Dancer, Fidget's fantastical fireworks, and Uaine. What was Uaine's actual act title yet?
the
I can't remember.
enchanting equilibriist.
Ooh, very fancy. Uaine, the enchanting equilibriist. And again, I'll throw it over.
So, right before we step out, Uaine has seen songs to their god Desna, and they take a moment and they think back. Remember that D8 I rolled?
Mhm.
They think to their tarot cards they pulled this morning, and they got the Three of Pentacles, which is success, collaboration, and confidence. And because I rolled that, got an 8 on the D8, I get a +2 to my first roll. And Uaine's going to just have kind of a moment of like, and they're going to look over and be like, Fidget. That Fidget's all right. And then the spotlight turns on.
So, I just want to point out because there's got two new cast members doing this as well for this act, and our other players have forgotten. We're trying to roll beforehand and describe off our rolls. So I'm just going to do Miss Dancers 2, and you can do Miss Dancers. Oops. So Miss Dancer, that is not how that worked. That's way too many D20s.
Is it though?
And it's
Is
minus
it
1 for the
really?
hecklers, right?
No, that was only for Azzy's act.
Okay.
Instead of having
'cause I
for every
really,
act,
really
Well-
needed
they
it.
just had them for one act. Because
Yeah.
there's 3 events happening today, not just 2.
Oh no.
Mhm.
That's yeah. So the 2 are 31 and 34.
Okay, so both
there's
of
2
those
results.
passed.
Yep.
So both passed. Not a critical, but both of Miss Dancer's passed. But you can control his act as you see fit. You can combine them with your own.
Okay.
As you have narrative control.
Oh, thank goodness. I got a crit for the crafting.
Okay.
Huzzah.
Okay.
Oh, that is a natural 20. That is technically my performance, but because of the way this is built, I get to roll my performance with acrobatics and 29. Still pass.
Very nice.
Yeah, 30.
New blood.
Okay.
So
So those were 2 crits, 1 from each of you, and 2 passes, 1 from each of you.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what type of
That's
audio
technically a
would you like?
41 on that.
audio would you like?
We have audio.
Well, it's going to the stream, not to you.
Yes. When you would like something just a little bit dramatic. I don't know what Fidget has
Got
queued
dramatic?
up.
So when it's almost time for the show, the 2 sisters are lining up a bunch of targets, getting ready to take them out, and then put some handlebars on the box. And they'll head out with the box as you go out.
Yes. Do you want to start or do you want me to?
Go for it.
So Uaine will come out and they're in this ridiculously colorful, glittery outfit. And there are these long silks hanging from the top of the tent. And they come out and do their little bow and start to climb it. And they're actually synchronizing their movements with the music. And you see like they will start to climb and then the music will shift suddenly or will down tempo and they'll look like they fall, but then they'll like catch themselves and the silks will be wrapped around one hoof. And then they'll, do a sideways pose and then start coming back up. And then as they start getting higher, they will actually, coordinated with Miss Dancer, like leap off of the silks and onto Miss Dancer's back. And it is, because it's performance, it is all in time with the music. And then they will wind themselves back into the silks and continue. Do your thing.
Okay. And so the sisters put out some like basically archery targets. And after they leave, the box starts smoking and shaking. And then it explodes in a flash of light. And Fidget's there, just standing there with her 3 clubs. And she starts juggling with a pretty basic cascade, but she's watching Uaine as she goes, just keeping an eye on her. And she throws 1 club at each of the targets, which activates the little alchemy inside the clubs, and they burst into flames and acid and ice. And so now the targets are gone, and she's just juggling with these glowing clubs, and she's still watching Uaine, like aiming in her head.
And then, as the moment winds down, Uaine has like worked their way all the way to almost to the top, and they twist and they start to fall, and they are plummeting. And the silks are starting to come loose and kind of ravel. And you see Miss Dancer like dive as if trying to get to them in time, and they don't quite. And actually the spotlight cuts out right before they hit the ground. And then it flashes back on and they have caught themselves in a perfect 3-point landing and kind of spring up and then do a very dramatic bow as the ta-da.
And during that fall, the entire fall, Fidget is throwing the pins at Uaine, whizzing past, and then disappearing and reappearing in her hands, and throwing it again and disappearing and reappearing.
Okay, lucky there's some crits there, because
Yeah.
I can always override a danger into a performance. But yep, I mean, the crowd goes up, the crowd applauses. But as that's going on, we'll flash back a little bit to Lieriel. You hear in your head, if you're done enjoying the show, I might have something for you. Meet me at the pay wagon. Well, and keep hidden.
I will try and stealth out. I guess.
Can I have a? No, I think it's worth me doing a secret stealth check for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of slip into the I'm already on. I don't have to walk through people because I mentioned I was on the edge of a row. I'm just kind of ducking out. Just being. Gonna go buy some beer.
Where is it? Thievery, isn't it? Is your stealth? No, stealth is
Nope,
stealth.
there is stealth.
Stealth is stealth. It has been a long time since I drive a
Stealth
character
is
sheet.
stealth.
Okay, so would you like to re-roll that roll?
No.
Okay, always checking. So you make your way out into the darkness of the night. You start working away. It's a lot quieter outside of the arena, but you still have the back, like the noise from the big top to distract you if you're making too much sound, and it's just really quiet of where you are compared to that. And there's a little bit of light from the backstage area, still blistering through, and you see Kalkak clearly to you, just standing behind one of the wagons, but looking at something, looking at where the pay wagon is, essentially the treasury wagon, where you're keeping the night's pay. And Kalkak is back to goblin form.
I just kind of go over and then, get down on one knee to be kind of at Kalkak's level.
He points. We have trouble. What shall we do with these night ruffians?
What do I see?
You see a bunch of kids. Well, I say kids, as young adults to late teenagers. Hard to make out in the night, but with your vision,
I've got dark vision.
I keep on forgetting everyone's got dark vision.
Well, some only have low light.
Typical. But it's you see that's two of them are painting a wagon. It's pretty basic. Two more helping someone else, and with the third looks like a crowbar on your lockbox.
What are they painting?
Go home freaks on the wagon in red.
Okay, well, I don't give a fuck about that. I am going to try to. You said one is trying to open the lockbox.
One is trying to open the lockbox. There's two which are standing over him, but more encouraging the other two painting. But they're all in a smallish area. They're painting the same wagon of where the lockbox is.
They're cute. I bet they'll scare easy. And I'm gonna sneak up on the one that's trying to open the
Only going to scare them?
lockbox. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Has the world tamed you since I last met?
Blood draws attention. I'm not conversing with Kalkak at this point. I'm going up. Our bond is based in revenge, not in small talk.
you hear in your mind, it's like, very well, I will take your lead. And there's a disappointment in that saying.
I don't give a fuck.
And you see him change into his Barghurst form and then disappear.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak up on the kid on the lockbox. I gotta look at my spells. I'm gonna terrify this
I've got a
fucker.
hell.
There.
Ooh, that one could be fun.
Their perception, their passive perception. Is it you? Okay. You get close. You think that they're going to spot you. They do the whole, wait, what was that? You start moving towards them.
Yeah, when I hear them go, what was that? I just go, me.
You're one of those freaks, aren't you?
And if I am?
Go home, freaks. You're not welcome here.
And you're not welcome to that.
We found it. It's ours. It's our town's money, not yours.
There's a little problem with the way that you're thinking right now. Can you guess what it is?
You see the footprints in the dirt of Kalkak moving behind them.
Mm-hmm. Just smile.
Why
Go
don't you
on,
go home.
Dad.
You're not welcome.
See, the problem with your thinking is that's only yours if you can take it from me. And you can't.
5 of us. There's only one of you. You hear in your mind going, this is just a soft laughter. Are you sure? I can't deal with them.
I'm going to cast Sanguine Mist. It's a lot more damage than I was... sorry, that saving throw number is off. It should be a 27 basic fortitude.
Hey, I've got 5 saving throws to go through. Is this a damage or is this a knockout damage?
You can't do that with spells.
I'm reading it like is it?
Yeah, I don't think it really matters what they roll.
I do have a saving throw, but
yeah, it's the only thing that I have that's It's the only thing I have that's in a big area. I don't have any other ones. Well, I might, but I only have some of my spells actually put on the sheet since I completely
There is a feat for non-lethal, but that doesn't seem like your style.
It's not Lieriel's style, no.
Okay, so describe the spell effect, like as it goes out. Describe that, what it looks like, what it feels like to them. As I roll the.
It's almost exactly as Kalkek speaks in her mind, where Lieriel is kind of raising a hand just as she's saying, like, it only works if you can take it from me. And she gives them a beat of time to reconsider. And when they don't, just kind of sort of spreads her palm out, and this blood red, gaseous smoke just fills the area around her and in their direction. And I mean, they have a basic fortitude save. They're concealed, so they can't see one another. And I think
it has the death trait.
oh fuck!
It
Wait,
does.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely. Well, it helps that Calcuck eats people.
Oh, we are going to
So-
have to get the fuck out of this town.
I mean, it has the word exsanguinate. It can't mean it's going to be
An effect
too
of the
clean.
death trait kills you immediately if it reduces you to 0 HP.
So as this comes out of you and they start.
I don't sustain it though, so it's a one-time burst. I'm not going to sustain it.
It misses out and starts. Can you see through it as the spellcaster, or?
No, I can't. So what happens is it kind of spreads out into this area, and then falls to the ground
Okay. So you
and
hear them
dissipates
scream.
in a matter of 6 seconds.
You hear them scream. Like you hear a
Can
bunch
you
of screams,
Scream.
and you hear a bunch of screams, and then you hear a.
You're
Then you really should run now.
I love Calcac.
And as it drops down, you see 4 of them running. You see Calcac holding the crowbar, where one is actually lifted up to actually attack someone.
Okay, I didn't kill kids.
Calcac grabbing it with his claw from behind and just huge snarled mouth to the side of his face, saying that you really should run now. The only one that did pass his save. And then that person running as well.
So they're all alive.
They're alive.
you.
I didn't mean to kill anyone this
Circus of
session.
the Field Coffins, I think, is probably going to be a more
I
apt
just
group
saw
for this.
Sanguine Mist and I went, that would be a cool visual. And I didn't realize that it had the death trait.
Blood
That's a lot
everywhere.
of damage.
Yeah, I didn't realize it would be that much damage either, because normally I look at cleric spells and I go, that's not really worth 4th level. I should just cast harm instead. I guess I could have cast a 1st level harm. That
No.
probably would have been more.
No, I think this is a lot
Deliciously
better.
dramatic.
Yeah, and they all
Okay,
lived,
fine.
so it's good.
So they're technically not going to be on Circus grounds.
I can't control what you do,
Starts moving.
but you
up.
have to face the consequences of it.
Fine.
I just pick up the crowbar
turns
from the
around,
ground.
turns around, and then turns back into the plucky goblin, which he
Yeah.
totally is not.
I just pick up the crowbar, kind of spin it in my hands, test its weight. Souvenir? And I offer it to him.
I don't take trophies, unlike many of my kind. Donations, though. Offerings.
Well, I'll see if I have anything you might like then. Thanks for letting me know.
Mm-hmm.
And I will just walk back to the tent carrying this crowbar in my hand. I lost my bag holding. I don't have anywhere to put it.
As we go back to the tent, the crowd is cheering as the 3 acts come back in, and like the crowd is like a lot of applause. You blitzed your anticipation
Mm-hmm.
by a lot.
You more than doubled it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was
Yeah.
with the critical successes giving you more anticipation.
Ah.
Because that also raises up with that. So you tell them about the.
Oh, I am going to find Jake. I'm gonna find Jake when I can. Like, I'm not gonna interrupt the show or anything. I'm not
Show's
going
over,
backstage. But
you
once
come
the
back to
show is over,
the applause.
Yeah. once the show is over and patrons start to disperse, I just go over to Jake and I say, something happened by the money caravan. You might want to go over and take a look.
Thanks.
So
You can
he'll
you can
see the
see.
go home freaks paint, and
Uh,
I'm interested to see how he'll deal with that as a leader.
you think they could actually spell freaks correctly? Seriously, does freaks have an I in it?
It does if you spell it in Elven.
Do I speak Elven? Do I know that?
You do.
Yeah, I do. I was
And
like,
it is a
"Oh."
lie. Elven doesn't use the same alphabet as common.
I know, I'm just trying to think.
Lieriel's just
It's you
being-
being Lieriel, being cute, was going. No, I think it's more of a swish on the back end. And will
Yes, that's
actually.
exactly what we call our letters.
I don't know. I can read it, doesn't mean I can write it. I can understand it. And Jake will spend a little bit of time and actually start getting to a position where he can start clearing it up. He doesn't want to bother anyone else. They've had a good show, and Jake will just handle it himself. Doesn't want to interrupt anyone else with it.
I am gonna try and find Azzy too. I don't know if anyone else wants to do things before that, or if Lorian wants to give a little context as to what's
Azzy's
been
still
going on.
backstage.
No, he went
No,
back to his
Azzy ran.
tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Azzy ran.
He didn't run, but he just kind of he was just
Yeah.
No,
briskly walked and back to his tent. And I think if you ask anyone who was keeping an eye out on the ground, they probably could have said, yeah, he went back to his tent.
Yeah.
So the question is, who finds me first?
Yeah. Is anyone else going to check on Azzy?
Uaine finished their act, got off stage, dropped to the ground, and started bawling. So they're not finding
Cool.
Azzy yet.
Good to know.
Just,
Fidget?
Fidget is trying to figure out why Uaine is bawling, because as far as she could tell, things went great.
Cool. So I think that Lyriel's the first one to find Azzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jake is in the middle of cleaning go home freaks off the pay wagon.
Which is ironic, because I'm pretty sure I could take care of that real easy.
But you need the wagon to still be there, not on fire. when you're done.
Okay. So, as Lieriel sort of approaches the tent, you don't hear crying anymore, but you do hear some sniffling.
How does the tent close? Is it just...
I never fully figured it out. I can't remember if I had a tent or if I got upgraded to a wagon.
Generally wagons.
Yeah, I think a wagon. So it's just
I think it depends on what
yeah.
you would want it. Yeah.
I think he'd have a wagon at this point.
Yeah. I'm assuming the door is closed.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it locked?
Do you try it?
Yes.
It's not.
Yeah. So the door just opens gently.
Azzy's just kind of it's dark in the room. He's not lit a candle or anything, and you just see his hammock, which is suspended from the ceiling. You just see a small figure in the hammock turn away, and just I know I messed up. Just I need some time. I'm sorry. You're not looking who it is.
There's a little bit of a pause. And audibly, at least, there's a couple steps into the caravan. The door closes, and then just a soft rustle. She leans back against the door.
I'm this point, kind of like, you see the breathing kind of stops and goes quiet. And suddenly, in a 10-foot burst, there is a flurry of wind and water as he opens his kinetic gate, looks up, sees that it's you, and then it closes again. What do you want? You come to gloat at me?
Do I really seem like that kind of person?
I don't know what kind of person you seem like anymore. Sorry. I'm sorry. So sorry. And he just kind of like falls back into his hammock.
She lets him cry it out for a little bit. How long did you practice that?
What the What do you mean? The act?
Yeah.
I've been a while. At least before we came here. While we were still in Escadar.
Did it always go right?
When no one was watching. Yeah.
That's typically how it goes. Did you ever ask anyone to watch?
No, I wanted it to be a surprise.
Then I think the only person you let down is yourself.
Do you hate me?
No.
Are you angry with me? Or
It depends.
I spent many years not... Look, if there's something I've done wrong, well, I know what I did wrong.
Do
Back
you?
then. I said horrible things. I got angry, I lost my temper. And I said hurtful things. And then you left for 6 months, and I don't know, it's just... As much as I try to tell myself you left for some other reason, there's a part of me that just keeps saying it was all your fault. It's all your fault because you're horrible and you deserve this and everything.
You make a lot of assumptions, Azzy.
Assumptions of what kept me alive for a very long time. When I wasn't sure whether my owner would strike me or punish me I had to assume they always would whenever they were upset at me. Otherwise, I could never feel safe.
Do you think I'm like that? Assumptions may have
What-
kept you alive, Azzy, but have they kept you happy?
Let me tell you. A lot of people said that I was very lucky for a slave. Because instead of being put to work in a mine or anything like that, I was made a noble daughter's pet. To run around after her and pick up after her. And if I ever upset her mother, I would feel it for weeks. If she ever cried, if she ever was disappointed or had a temper tantrum, her mother's fury would rain down on me. Her scornful gaze always watching for the slightest mistake. Whether you mean to or not, and I've been telling myself these last few days that you are not that person, you're not her, but you've been acting just like her. And it's taking me back in a way that I can't tell my brain to stop.
Do you want me to leave?
No, because it's not your fault. But if why do you think I'm always trying to make people happy? Because if I ever upset people, my life could be in danger. That's how I feel.
What do you do to stop feeling like that?
When I figure it out, I'll let you know.
I think you should piss someone off. I think you should piss someone off.
How would you... Who? You? I pissed you off?
Oh, yeah, but I'm easy to piss off. Go piss off Jake. He's impossible. He's impossible to make do anything.
No,
Piss off Axel or Fidget or the professor.
That's going to be very difficult for me.
That's the point. You're so scared that if you piss someone off, then you might get hurt, but it's hard for you to even piss them off. And therefore, it's hard for them to prove to you that they won't hurt you.
I think I pissed Kalkek off.
Oh, Calcuc is fun to piss off. Dangerous? I wouldn't advise that. Calcuc might hurt you. It has nothing to do with you. It just has to do with his ego. But I'll stop him. So I guess that could work too. In a roundabout way.
I think I'd want to start with strangers first.
Do you want to go piss off some strangers?
Not tonight. I'm still too much in the past tonight to do anything like that. Can I hug you?
Do you really want to?
It'd make me feel better.
Well, I guess asking what you want is a first step.
He'll jump down from his hammock and he'll just go and give your calf a hug.
Yeah. She'll give him a little shoulder squeeze.
Thank you.
Leave her hand there.
Thank you for checking in on me.
Yeah, well, I sent Jake to deal with some bullshit, so he wouldn't have the time. And also, he's really good at, seeming like he cares, but it doesn't hit home. At least for me.
Right. Well, you know what? Maybe if I go drink far too much of that beer for my body weight, maybe I'll feel more comfortable pissing someone off. So
That is an excellent plan.
Yeah, it's been too long since I've been properly drunk, and I think I just need the anxiety to stop for once. So maybe let's do that.
Yeah. If you want liquor, let me know.
Thank you. I think I'm ready to go back outside. How was the rest of the show?
Oh, I wasn't around for it.
Oh,
I had to go deal with some bullshit.
right, okay. I don't want to know. And he'll head back outside, kind of like drying his eyes a bit, but he'll head back towards where the after-show festivities are happening.
I'll watch Azzy as he goes away.
He'll put his casual shirt on as well.
And look around to see if there's someone else I think I should tell to go piss someone off. Because that was fun. That felt good.
I'm hoping it's Loki. I'm hoping it's Fidget.
Yeah, I don't think that Lieriel finds another suitable target just yet. But
On the hunt.
on the hunt. Just Lieriel has very keen eyes, and they're always observing.
So, are we doing more things after the show, or are we going to call it on here?
What's up with Uaine?
Yeah,
what's
what's
up
up with you, Enya? It went great. Come on.
Yeah, does Fidget come and find them, or is Fidget like,
Oh,
not
I
going
think
with that?
Fidget's already right there, right?
Immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here we go. So where is right there?
like
Backstage, right?
yeah, Uaine
Yeah.
kept it was all performance until the minute they were like around the curtain, the spotlight is off, and then it was like hits the floor, like sobbing, shaking.
What's going on? Did I hit
running.
you somewhere? She starts inspecting you for injuries or burns or something.
And like at first there's not a reply because it's like crying with hyperventilating. Very over the top for what I mean, it was a good performance. This is very and then like they kind of it starts turning into this weird sound that it takes you a minute to realize there's like a little bit of like hysterical laughter happening along with that. And they're like, fine. Still sobbing, laughing, shaking.
I don't believe you.
I did. I don't want to be the player that asked for this, but do you want to make a what is it? Since motive is Starfinder.
Perception.
Is it perception? Okay.
Yeah, since motive is rolled into perception.
I just want to see how much Fidget is
No,
picking up with this
find
hysterical tiefling is putting
perceptions.
down. It's on the right
Hey, there it is.
underneath. Yeah.
Oh, you can also roll initiative.
So you especially have a little bit of insight into this because there was there was that weird conversation you had with them before the show when they gave you, and like, obviously we're nervous, but thinking back, if you saw them from the gaps in your box, like they were beyond stage fright, and you start realizing like there is a relief. It's not just like coming down from the performance anxiety. There is a very, very deep, incredible relief. And like, as you're inspecting, they just grab you into a hug and are just like sobbing into your fur and they're trying to form words, and it's just little fragments of things as they're like still shaking.
So for half a second, they start squirming, but then they just kind of go limp. And it's like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm fine with this, I guess. Apparently it's needed.
And it is very much, and again, they're out in the middle of everywhere. Like, everyone can see this, and they finally collect themselves a little bit, and they're like, sorry. And they like almost pick you up and put you down so they don't grab you again into a hug.
Did you lose a relative or something?
Well, yes, actually, but I haven't done that act since I joined the menagerie. And I lost a lot of people after I'd done that last, and I thought I was going to have the chance to do it again, and it turned out to be terrible.
Oh.
I kind of lost myself for a very long time, and I didn't know how much I needed to do that to... I'm not making any sense. Like, wiping their eyes, just smearing makeup everywhere. It is really bad. You don't have to worry about that star. It's... Everything is good.
It.
You're welcome
I'm not getting
to.
It back.
No, it's just if it ever comes open, you don't have to worry about what's inside. It's not. I was afraid, and I think I was pushing my fears onto someone else.
Well, I'm very good at that.
Oh, it wasn't on you. No, you're... Thank you for performing with me, Fidget.
It was fun.
It was.
You're a very hard target to hit.
I'm very spinny. Like, I'm told I'm like offensively tall, and yet people seem to have a hard time hitting me.
I did forget to give you the popcorn before we went out. Oh well, next time.
Popcorn?
Popcorn.
I like popcorn.
It makes you jump real high.
Oh, I very much like that. I can already... And is gonna like boop the nose. I like you. And like still crying a little bit hysterically and like looking around. I hear there's beer. Do you want a wee nip? You're a weean, so you can only have a nip.
I don't know.
You won't like how it tastes, but it'll grow on you in time.
Will there be a lot of people there?
Yeah, free beer? There's going to be. There's going to be everyone.
Maybe I'll be under the tables.
Just watch yourself. Drunk people sometimes kick. Or fall over. I believe that. Did you... You didn't. You were here with me.
I heard you freaking out, but I couldn't tell what.
It's Have you seen I've got to find Calcac, and I've got to find Azzy, and oh, gods above and below, what a night. I need beer first.
It's that one.
Thank you. Again, don't drink unsupervised. You can only drink if a guardian gives you a nip. Those are the rules.
What's the definition of a guardian?
Someone who takes care of you and keeps you out of trouble.
So my sisters?
No, older than an adult who does that.
Is Fidget not an adult?
No, very much
No.
I
not.
never realized that. Okay, good to know.
She's what, 8?
Yeah, she's the rat folk equivalent of like a 9-year-old. Yeah.
Did not know this.
Yeah?
Neither did I. You're muted,
Dell, you're
Del.
muted.
I thought that she was young, but like of age for a rat folk. No, she's
Nope.
she's
No.
baby. Okay,
She's
this
she's
changes a lot.
she's
Changes
almost
a lot.
May's age.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason she's hanging out with the children.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
We're
gonna have to
taking
find some
children into
really
war.
We're
So
gonna
about that
have to find some
alcohol.
really good reasons
Right.
for her to come on adventures with us.
hey,
Would-
at least
would
it's
you
only
like a
alcohol.
shoulder
We're not
ride?
talking about a brothel.
Yes.
And didn't we
yeah,
do
I
that
would
the
not
last
have-
time we had Fidget though?
Yes. Wow. So as that conversation
Shit,
wraps
oh
up,
dear.
the front, the stage, the stage curtain opens. The stage curtain opens, not the back, like not the backstage, but the front stage opens the curtain into the backstage, and you see Hilda, one of the dancing cornerstones, Hilda Potterstone, being carried through by what looks to be a young 20s male who, like maybe a blacksmith or a farmer, certainly a large man, a large solid build man, and carrying Hilda in his arms. And she's just like, oh, look, I've got a date. And it's like, and she's like motioning up, like, this is George. I think he's the one. Can he? Do you think we can, like, he can stage tonight?
I'm very happy for you. And Uaine walks away.
Do you like him? His arms are so big.
I think that everyone's walked away.
Yeah.
And then just walk
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, Uaine
Yeah.
just
Everyone
is
is like,
nope,
you're gonna
nope.
do what you're gonna do. If you're gonna bring someone back to your caravan, that is your caravan.
Like looking at
much.
her, Uaine's like got these really bright green eyes. They like darken. They turn almost black. They just walk away.
So what? Hang a juggling club on the doorframe?
I was getting a problem with her sister though. What else happens around the campfires and the partying atmosphere of the night?
If Uaine and Fidget, if Uaine goes to the where everyone's the beer is, I'll find Azzy like trying to wrestle with like a tank. Like there are kobold and small race-sized tankards. Azzy is holding a normal-sized tankard.
Yes. Uaine has collected a pint.
Literally, it comes in pints.
Yes.
That.
Yes. I think you've earned that after your night.
This stuff is revolting. It's so bitter.
You'll get to taste for it. Just keep drinking.
I hope not. And he keeps drinking.
They'll sit next to it when their tail kind of wraps around his.
I'm going to roll a crafting check to see how I'm going cleaning the truck. Clean the caravan. I am doing a poor job.
Only there was someone who could pressure wash it for you.
Or blow up the caravan.
He doesn't want to deal. He doesn't want everyone else's bad, happy mood after a show to disintegrate.
I mean, I'm assuming other people see it though.
Yeah. Oh, shut up.
Universal Solvent will deal with that real quick.
Hey,
So
how did
explosives.
your act go?
And they get
Perfect.
very, very quiet. And you see, again, they're kind of settling into and wrestling with something. It went better than I could have hoped.
I should have seen them. They were so spinny.
Good for you. I painted the stage with my blood. It didn't go well for me at all tonight.
We've all had those nights, and they'll kind of drop an arm around Azzy's shoulder if he'll allow it.
Stage has a lot of people's blood.
He just pats your arm.
They'll move their arm down and kind of put a hand over one of the scars.
Oh, well, he's wearing clothes now.
Yeah, but kind of where it would be. Because they were backstage, so they saw it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that. I told others beforehand. Yeah.
They're beautiful. You certainly made art out of them.
The art was in the flight, not what that was.
And they'll reach back and unzip a little bit of their outfit and pull one shoulder down. And it's hard to see because they're white. But there are these very faint lavender scars crisscrossed all across every bit of them that you can see. Like something just tried to tear them to pieces.
They're pretty.
See, that's pretty. But you can heal from that, and you can go on. And, well, I'll never fly again, so...
You flew tonight.
No,
I mean, it could have been a little better, but you... I did heal, but it left me very different. Maybe not physically, but...
I try to, like, tell myself, sometimes, hey, no one else around here had, most of your warren didn't have wings. No one else around you can fly like that.
But you still lost something.
Yeah,
you lost something important to you.
Being normal,
Hey. Azzy, I have not known you long, but you're not normal in the best way. Look at your tail. I've never seen a tail like that, ever. And they'll just pull him into a one-armed hug and just... I'm not saying that you got to be okay with it, but you did something really brave tonight. You were very vulnerable, and I'm so sorry it didn't work out. But I've been there. The entire menagerie watched me get ripped to shreds.
So sorry.
I'm sorry about your wings.
There's a lot of really horrible people in this world.
Yeah, there is.
Aye.
And, sometimes most of the time I would say, I try and look on the good. Try and think of good people in the world. People like us. People like the circus. And I try and think of all the nice things like the sky and the birdsong and the flowers and all the stuff. But sometimes I just really want to hurt people who think they can hurt good people. I just get so angry. But I'm so afraid of people being upset with me that I don't let myself be angry. You know how that sucks? That really sucks.
I think you learned a bit of righteous indignation.
I think so too.
Want to set something on fire? It helps.
I really want to set something on fire. Let's go set something on fire.
Hold on. I need to drink more before we do that. Hold on.
And he'll just right there. He'll open his kinetic gate, and just elements will just start flying around him.
Oh, Desna.
Look at me, I'm a beer elemental. Let's go fuck some shit up. And I think we'll just go off into the woods somewhere, and you'll just like later in that night, you'll just hear peals of thunder as like lightning crashes
There's no
down on some boulders
woods
somewhere.
around.
So some
You're
poor
at
neighborhood.
the edge of a city.
Just
There's
into
no
the ocean,
woods.
then. Just like into the ocean. Just like some fucking poor fish is gonna get electrocuted like nobody's business. Just like lightning strikes.
And then, like, distantly behind that, you hear, Dusk never heeds where she treads. Always her heavy feet fall. And it just continues.
You got
I was
teach me
gonna
that
say-
one.
That fish only had 2 days until retirement.
It was supporting a whole school.
And now it'll support us when we eat it.
Bit of salt on it.
We need to get a net, though. There's a lot of dead fish.
I got a net.
Only had an invisible one.
He'll just conjure a ball of water, float all the dead fish up, and then like he'll get it. Who do we wanna piss off? Who do we wanna anger?
Not Lieriel. Like, drunken singing, and then suddenly, like, not Lieriel.
What about that piranha guy?
Not him either.
Big mouth.
just
I
the
think
nearest?
he's
Big
a
mouth.
giant
Piranha.
wolf. I think
there
he's a
any-
giant wolf.
Who is the nearest like just drunk person who's like having a piss into the ocean or something?
If you are near the water, because if you've moved off away from the circus and got into the
I
water,
can take these. I
then
can
there's the
hold this
docks.
indefinitely. I can take this.
and there's the docks.
Some poor, it doesn't matter who, some poor sailor is getting a floating ball of briny seawater filled with dead fish dumped on their heads.
Can we
Well,
please
that's-
find one of those teens that got scared off?
As he doesn't know it, but for
I
fun,
know.
let's say yes.
Yes, please. I want to see it. It's like, you think they've had a bad day, then they get pissed off by drowning fish.
I think those kids went as far as humanly possible away from
I know.
Lieriel's a bad influence. And then as he just like falls down, and then he faints but falls into the water.
I'm gonna dive in and try to get to him.
Just stare at the water.
Oh, you now have a
Start
swim
counting.
speed, so that's not as hard.
Mm.
As you dive in, it's like the water feels like it moves with you, which is unnerving at first, but like you feel like when you're normally swimming, like you're pushing water, but now you're moving with it as if walking through air.
They can't talk, but there are bubbles that say, "Oh, this could be a problem."
If you go down to Azzy, you'll notice that he's doesn't seem to be having any difficulty with breathing at all.
All right, that's good, but I'll scoop him up and then kind of like do the thing, like instead of like swim, just think like up. Darn, and then
Still need to have a swim speed now.
let's
You're now in
gotta
aquatic-
try like up. No, okay.
You're now an aquatic creature, technically, with the swim speed.
Yeah, I'll
God.
climb
Everyone's
out
sort
and
of stepping on my area.
Mm.
Oh.
Everybody.
I mean, Lieriel's still almost drowned at the Hermitage, so she's not going to be diving in anytime soon, so...
oh, and my hair there's so much hair and it's so wet when I get out.
Yeah.
There's just so much hair and it's so heavy because I've got colorful extensions in it with the braid. It's
Yeah,
just
and
like,
you just,
Do
just
you-
if you have to brush some out of Azzy's hair, you'll just hear like half delirious because hair gross.
that's a bit rude. Come on,
How dare you, mammals?
Fidget, I think I'm going to going to go crash in my caravan. I've got kind of a nest thing. I feel like Azzy doesn't want to be alone. I'm going to have another pint on the way. If we're wet, but if you want to join the cuddle pile, I'm just going to walk off carrying Azzy.
Yes, in fact, Karsh, that is a callback.
Yeah.
Yes, we've had this conversation about hair in season 1.
Azzy's a reptile. He doesn't have any hair, and he finds it kind of ick.
Yeah, and I've just got so much of it.
So
Same.
why it always falls out and gets everywhere? Why can't you just shed it all at once like a normal person?
Because then I'd be bald. And you can't be a unicorn if you're bald.
It'll grow back.
You really don't want to see bald rats.
I am overdue a shed. And he just starts picking at like a loose scale.
Maybe we do that once we're sober.
Yeah, good idea.
I
knew a hatchmate of mine who actually that's too gross. I'm not gonna tell that story now.
Oh,
he threw up while he was shedding, really bad.
I could see that being a problem. Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, like not at all phased. Has seen a lot of people drink till they throw up in worse situations. I mean, if it didn't come out of both ends, then it can't be that bad.
Stuck in there. It got like stuck in there.
Well, yeah, but again, if it's not coming out of both ends, then it can't be that bad.
You mammals are weird, and then you just fall back to sleep.
Azzy, since you're kind of with us, do you want to crash with me tonight? Nothing you have to, but I can take you to yours.
I like my hammock.
And like Fidget will see them like, all right, come on. You might have to direct me. And
I'm good to end the scene around about that.
Anything else? I think that'll be it for the episode. And we'll wrap it up here. This was kind of a weird one. I
don't know what you mean.
Circus drama.
Yeah. Because I also like one of the positions when if an NPC is not going to be performing a trick is called security. And when we were going to play without Dell the other week, she said, "I'll just be security." It was like
no. I said Lieriel would be like security.
Like security, okay.
But then I clarified because MLP was like, "Can I put you down for that?" And I was like, "No," because she wouldn't actually be helpful.
Yeah,
she was helpful
because I'd already rolled up everything of the random encounters and what was going to happen. With the crowd overflowing, I already had the idea of, well, you're going to get beer as well. So instead of getting
that means you get
extra
hecklers.
anticipation from the beer, you're also getting crowd overflowing, which is another 2d6 anticipation. Hecklers was already going to be there because of the beer. Okay, sure, you've got security, but I also had the Night Ruffians going to be turning up as well, which is like, oh crap, what the hell is Lieriel going to do in that encounter?
Well, we found out.
They hecked around and they found out.
We added in Calcac.
The intention wasn't murder. The intention was scare the shit out of those kids.
I think you scared the shit out of those kids.
We added in Calcac, our unfriendly Barkhurst.
Every surface is going to taste like beer.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that was good. I liked seeing the creativity as well as what you come up with the acts and everything. And I got to play hecklers. And...
Yeah. But before we end the episode, can we show the newbies the art I commissioned?
You got art? I don't have that.
Wait, for the original Scars reveal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where is
on channel?
I mean, yeah.
I might still have it.
I think
it's up there. I saw
It's
it.
under Performance
for,
10.
yeah,
by
for
Jack
Kay and
Kaiser.
Loki.
It's still there.
Yeah, so Performer's Tent, it's below the Resonant Reflection. It goes Life in the Circus NPC, player quick reference, Resonant Reflection, art by Jack Kaiser.
In so it's coming up, people.
Very nice.
And I said this when this was originally revealed, but I love this guy because he does like really good anatomy, and you can see like a second set of shoulders if you look carefully.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. There we go. So that's it for today. We will wrap up. We might be able to get more in December. It depends on what our availability is. This I don't really know for sure yet, but we do kind of shut down in December when we stop.
How many more games have we got this year?
That's what I'm just
The
saying.
last one.
We will figure that out.
If people start being unavailable. If this
There
is
are
the
4
last
Wednesdays, if that's
scheduled,
what you're asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and if people are becoming unavailable starting next week, this will be the last. If not, we will go for a couple more weeks. Because school for me is finishing quicker than expected this year. None of us expected it. So
I'm good for at least another 2 weeks.
yeah. Because I think school finishes in 2 weeks instead of goes a lot longer for us. You should usually be 3.
Yeah.
That
We'll
extra
figure it
week
out.
is
Yeah.
3. Anyway, we'll be back hopefully next week. But this is the last scheduled one that we know of. But we should be back. Anyway, outros and musics and bits and pieces and Lorian being the most emotional today.
Yeah, for sure. Hi, I'm Lorian Ross. I've been playing Azzy, and I'm so glad to have that drama sorted out finally. So now I can start playing him happy again. You can find me primarily on YouTube at Lorian Ross. I've had a new song out a couple weeks ago. I am approaching the end of my album that I've been working on for several years, on and off. I have one more song to finish writing. Then I've got to do some mixing, mastering, and get some art commissioned. I'm actually commissioning this same artist, Jack Kaiser, to do the cover art. And yeah, look forward to that in the next year. Not at least until earliest March, but you know, it's a coming. I've been promising it for so long, and it's finally nearing its completion. In the meantime, go and check out my other music. You can find, I have released some singles that will be on that album already. And yeah, Mike, once I've finished composing everything, I can start opening commissions again, so that'll be good. That's me.
Okay. Hey.
Heyo, I am Kay Purcell. You found me in chat as Chaotic Wholesome Presents. You can find me there most places or at Kay Damphyr. If you're going to PAX Unplugged, I will be there this weekend. I leave so soon. I've got 2 panels going on, one of which is going to be streamed. So on tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern, I will be doing Double Bubble Toil and Trouble Tarot Cards and TTRPGs, which will be streamed on the PAX 2 channel. You can find me every Tuesday at Chaotic Wholesome Presents on Twitch and Chaotic Wholesome on YouTube for the Table Talk Show. And most other things other than this are done for the year because of holidays. But Tuesdays and Thursdays Thursdays and Fridays find myself and my co-GM David streaming on our channels. We do lots of video games, and stuff is coming up in the new year. Oh, save the date, December 17th. I've got a charity game. I have not announced the cast yet, but they are finally finalized, and holy cats, y'all. I can't believe who I get to run a game for. So come by. We're going to be raising money for Extra Life. And y'all are awesome. Thanks for hanging out.
Del?
Hi, everyone. I'm Del, and I've been playing Lieriel the Liberated. Always in full support of anger, always in full support of pissing people off. Anger is simply a way of showing that you love yourself. You cannot find me anywhere. I simply cease to exist after I get off of these calls. So yeah, just don't, you shouldn't even try it. But do give us a look on YouTube and on Twitch. You can watch all of our old streams, all of our old games. Saints and Sinners made a reemergence in our Discord this past week, and that is definitely one to highly recommend. So
I GM'd that one.
yes.
Yes.
You GM'd the Firelight Penteract, which I'm still obsessed with and will always be obsessed with.
I'm hoping that we can get to do what we discussed earlier, because I love that.
I get when my schedule is more when I'm one big project at a time.
When my projects get done as well, because I get very busy very quickly.
Loki.
I'm Loki. I've been playing Fidget, and I've heard a rumor that you can find me. Give it a try. Who knows? And I think I smell ham, actually. Anyway.
Again, what is Fidget and what is Loki?
Chaotic and succinct.
Mr.
A wonderful combination of chaotic and succinct.
True, too. I do smell ham.
Ham. Anyway, I'm MrLiveProducer. I've been playing Jake Blazing Fury, who spent a bit of time cleaning the thing, not really thinking about anything else apart from cleaning, and just going, I'm glad the show tonight went well, I'm glad the show tonight went well. And you can usually catch me on most socials. Unlike other people here, you can actually find me. I know, shocking. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed the game, and don't forget, watch the YouTube, and I'll see you next time.
So, with the big show tonight, the final anticipation was 52. The final excitement over doubled that with 113. That's from successful rolls. And so
how the hell that's calculated?
Every time you roll for a trick and succeed, you get your level.
Yeah, do you want me to give you my... I can send a picture of all the math and how
I'll sort it out.
Wow.
If there's a critical, you get your level, as in trick level, onto that excitement as well. But you also get half of that rounded up onto the into the anticipation. So criticals can be bad because it can keep on moving your target higher and higher.
They can be bad, mostly at low levels, though. Because at low levels, your anticipation, especially like at level 1, your anticipation increases by the same amount that your excitement increases, so you get no progress, really.
So it was a big show.
It was probably so high because we all did 2 tricks, right?
Yep.
I'll do 2 tricks, and we had...
And they
high
were
levels.
all very high, yeah. If you had tossed in some, like, Featherfall 5s, you could have got a little closer.
So, a few things going on the channel. We have Chronicles on this week, on tomorrow. We're still in a very, very Australian post-apocalyptics setting, and we'll be finishing up that this week or next week. I'm not really sure on the full schedule of that, but again, we're going to be pretty much phasing everything out over December because people become unavailable. But with that said, I'm still going to be here. We are going to be working on multi-streaming and streaming to YouTube. Please check out our YouTube. That is what we're trying to get the focus on at the moment, because next year that's what we're going to have a bit of a focus on. And at the end of the year, we have one big last show, which is going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness. It's just finished the Kickstarter. It raised a massive amount of money. It's a Palladium game. That's for the reprinting. This year, I finally tracked down for my Holy Grail physical copy for myself. I've got a copy from 1985, which predates the actual comic books. Also predates the cartoons on TV. And that's what we're going to run. We have 5 people locked in, it seems. And 2 of them are coming from the place that we're raiding. And so we're going to have lots of fun. And I'm not going to say who they are, who everyone is yet, because all I know is I've got 2 coming from this group that we're raiding, and I know, and there's 2 others, but I don't have all the full details yet. But it should be a big Like, hopefully it'll be a lot of fun and a lot of chaos, and we're fundraising for the channel as well. So please come in with some money donations. We've got some ideas for that as well. And we're just going to have some fun and have a lot of cowabungas apparently. And maybe some weird pizza toppings. And by weird, I don't mean pineapple.
Pineapple on pizza's amazing.
I know,
It's
pineapple
delicious.
should be on pizza, but that's about it. So I've stored as much as I can because they're on break at the moment. And I just can't store longer. So we're going to be raiding them on a break. It is what it is. So thank you for coming in. And we're going to be, raiding the Untold Stories Project. I've just got to find my thing. Where does my thing go? There we go. Never get it right. That's the wrong one. Buttons are really annoying today. There we go. Done. And thank you. So bye-bye.
Bye.